Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So everybody, I started this video, had to stop and rewrite my directions because I was scratching things out. Anyways, I had to restart this. So welcome to my channel everybody. I am currently sharing with you what I am creating with my celebration items that I got when I purchased $50 or more. If you've purchased 50, you can get one item at 50 free. That's a $50 item. And then I purchased like 100 and something, so I got 2 items. And I'm going to share with you, this is video number 2, of course, share with you what I got. So I got this Light Airy DSP. And I also got the Heartfelt Hellos. And I love this, guys. This is designed to go with the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch, which it already comes with one. If you buy it in the bundle, it's fabulous. So here's this. We're going to use hello, enjoy your day, and thinking of you this Easter. Hopefully I can get, may not do enjoy your day, but we'll have to figure that one out. So what else am I using in this? Of course, the DSP, and I'm using this print and this print. Now I will tell you that you get 2 of each piece of paper. I am working with 1 of each because I gave some of this to my Aunt Carol. Oh, I did want to keep this out because I also wanted to tell you, just because this is new doesn't mean it doesn't coordinate well with retired products from Stampin' Up. Our card base today is going to be in Cinnamon Cider, and if you get a close-up look at that, it is absolutely divine together. That's why I chose it. It's just absolutely beautiful with Cinnamon Cider. So just a little hint, don't be afraid to mix things up. So we are also using the deckled circle dies. I need to put them back in, but I wanted to show you. So I count from the center out. So we are using 4, 5, and 6 from the center. Now I'm going to show you, I don't know why this took me so long, but I need to flip it. Usually I put my dies in this way, and when you go to tuck this little tongue in, it'll move your dies. Then it hit me. I mean, I don't know why it's taken me all these years. Turn it around, because I glued this down to the back of the chipboard. That little bit of, it's not really chipboard, that little piece of thick, let me just show you. Where are those dies? I just had them. So what I do with my dies, you see how like this opens up because they come like this to protect it, right? So I glue a magnetic sheet to the front of this. I just add some more tear tape to the front. I glue my magnetic sheet to it. Then I take this and I glue these 2 together, which I will be doing when I get a magnetic sheet. And then I tear tape that to that, and it gives it a really nice thick sturdiness. You see how like this is kind of flimsy? This doesn't go nowhere. That's because all those layers are glued together. When you do that, I'll put those back in their envelope in a minute. Instead of keeping this part facing the back, put the Stampin' Up! Thing back there, and then that tucks in like so, and you don't have to worry about your dies going anywhere. Don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. I was like, just when I was out here prepping, I was like, how come it took me so long to figure just to flip it over. So let's go into Sale-a-bration. This is what I mean, free with a $50 order, the Light Airy. And then, oh, this is so cute, but guys, I would love to get it, but I wanted to get the Heartfelt Hellos, and the DSP paper stands on its own. That's why I chose it, and I chose this little one, free with the $50 purchase. So those were my celebration items. Let me show you. In video number 1, part 1 and 2, I showed you how I made this variation of the pop-up window card, and I did it in 3 colors. The card base is in boho blue. This is F.Freesia. Then I added bubble bath, and my little window part here is bubble bath. My frame is F.Freesia. It goes beautifully, it's so beautifully with the blue. It's a gorgeous little card. It's sticking over here on my desk. Now let me show you. I do have a sample So this is my sample. I made an Easter card, gorgeous little card. You could stamp more in there if you wanted. I did a variation of the W fold. Usually you just have the same size little squares here. Not me. I wanted larger panels here, but you still get the W fold. If you go like this, there's the W. So just to give you a visual of how we're working this together. If you're wondering, this little stamp set is the Easter Bunny stamp set and punch, which is in the annual catalog. It was a celebration item. I will never get rid of this set, guys. I love that little punch. I love a punch. Give me a punch 24/7. So let's get started, shall we, on what you're going to need. And I need to tell you before we start, because this is really important for me to get out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who commented about the lengths of my videos. And I would say, you know, 90% of you were like, just do what you're doing. You know, you guys don't mind skipping through things that bore you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I was just overjoyed. I was like, yay! Okay. Because sometimes I worry. So here is my W fold, but we're going to go into that. We're going to start at the top because this is what I rewrote. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and I used cinnamon cider. So it is 4 1/4 this way, 11 this way, and then scored at 5 1/2. Here is my W fold element. It is 1 by 11. It is scored at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. It's in cinnamon cider. Now I will tell you, just because of the size of the inner part, I may need to trim this down. And it tore a little bit there, but you won't see it with the rest of it. So we're going to start with what goes on the front of the card base. So it was just easier for me to break it up. Layer number 1 for the front is 3 3/4 by 5 of fresh freesia. That means my DSP, lovely DSP right here, 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to show you, here's the little birdie that I cut out. It once sat right there. And I'm going to tell you that I did purposely frame this part of the DSP. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is my DSP, right? So what I did is I chose, you know, this bird was farther down. It was actually at the bottom. I had to cut a piece off of the bottom. I think this might be part of it. Well, maybe there's another piece I used. Might be this whiter piece somewhere in here. Anyways, nope, that one's going that way. So I cut a chunk off of the bottom. I put this in my guillotine. I'm not going to cut this one down, but I'm going to show you. So I needed it to be 3 1/2. This piece here, right? So, 4 3/4 this way. Yes. So I chose my bird and I cut where I needed it to be 4 3/4. And then I did have to sacrifice some of the top and some of the bottom to get my focal point, which was right here. But this card is worth it. It deserves it. And that is how I centered my bird, because I had already cut into that piece of DSP. So just showing you how I figured that out. So we have our fresh freesia, our DSP layer right here. Next we have the D.C.D is deckled circle dies. I showed you those 4, 5, and 6 from the center. Number 4 is the DSP cut from the center of layer number 1. There it is. Then 5 is fresh freesia. Number 6 is our cinnamon cider. And of course, you guessed it, we're going to pop that right there. You won't even realize that there's a hole in that piece of DSP. And I have 7 inches of sheer ribbon, which I think will add a beautiful little detail. So that's for the front of our card. For the inside panels, you already see one. So I cut 2 pieces of DSP, 3 3/4 by 5. And then cardstock, excuse me, and that is fresh freesia. Fresh F.Freesia, and this, of course, is the Light and Airy DSP. So the DSP, you cut 2 at 3.5 by 4 3/4. The F.Freesia cardstock is 3 3/4 by 5. I already have those done. They just need to go on the inside of the card. For the W fold here, you need to cut 2 for the outside and 2 for the inside. This is where the variation comes in. So here we go. And I have a little 1/4 inch strip that was cut off that I'm going to use to trim it. So let's go over our layers. So I'm going to keep 1, 2 1/4 by 3.5 of cinnamon cider. You need to cut 2, and then I cut 2 of F.Freesia, 2 by 3 1/4. Then for my panel, so I can stamp my sentiments, which I may need to do a little something else there, I realize. 1 3/4 by 3. And then this little bit, I'm thinking of just using it to trim out. Do you see how I use the DSP here to trim on those white panels? Those are a little bigger than this. So there we have it. Then you need the square ones are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 of cinnamon cider, 2 by 2 of F.Freesia, and then we are going to use this. I'm going to do it right now. This is a strip of the same bird paper that's the front. This is the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm choosing to use this bird and this bird, and the circle is to tie in. You just need to decide, do you want just the bird and the branch, or do you want flowers? I am going to do it right there, and then I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to do this bird, and I think I'm going to do, let's see, do I want them identical, or do I want right about there? They don't have to be perfectly, but they're close enough. And I still can use that. Let's set that aside. So these now are going to go onto our circles, and hopefully my glue is not frozen, and I can use it to glue those right down. Just go ahead and get it done. So there you have it. These are for the inner part of the W fold. Now you don't want to glue these to your W fold until you mount it to your card. So those are done. These we have to wait to stamp on. So I'm going to just clip those all together and go on to our back piece. So for the back of the card, right here, cardstock is 3 3/4 by 5 of F.Freesia. This is basic white. 3.5 by 4 3/4 of basic white. I'm going to trim it with some scrap DSP that's left over. And for the envelope, it's a white envelope. Use scraps to decorate it, as I love doing that. So here's my envelope, and we can get started. So, before we do any stamping, we're going to go ahead and mount these to the inside of our card. So open the card up. We already had the panels done. This way, I know I went over a lot of things at the beginning, and this was hopefully to try to counteract the time it took to do those. So it doesn't matter. They're both the same DSP. Just don't glue the other one upside down. Now, these I made smaller so they matched the front. This, you can see, doesn't have any layers. It's up to you how you do it. You don't have to put a layer of cardstock there. Just cut your DSP to the cardstock layer if you want it to be larger. Yeah, we really don't want it upside down, do we? So here we go. That's done. Now we're going to work on the front of the card. So I want this to go all the way around. So I have to glue this first. I guess it doesn't matter if it's upside down yet until I put the birdie on the top. Well, until I mount it onto the card base. Go around the circle Then I'll figure out if it's upside down or not, because I really don't want it to be upside down, but I think it goes this way. Yep, goes like that. So this is the top. So here is my layer. I just want to get a look. Do I want it in the center or down below? I was wondering about the ribbon. I want it right about there, which looks like it's right at the 1 inch mark. And let me show you what I mean. So I put it on my grid. If you don't have a glass mat, if you sign up with Stampin'Up, I'm looking for my bit of tear tape here. When you sign up with Stampin'Up during Sale-a-bration, you can get a free glass mat. Otherwise, you got to buy it. So I'm going to stick a piece right here. Scotch tape would work too, but I need that little bit of tear tape. I'm using it for the front too anyways. And a pokey tool in my little Hogwarts cup my daughter got me. She's like, it comes with the thing to make a chocolate cake in the microwave. She's like, I know you won't do that. She's like, but it's a cute cup. And it says, I'm waiting for my letters from Hogwarts. It is cute. So there's that. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I want to put a piece of tear tape right here. I don't want any here or here because I don't want it to show. So I'm just taking a section, because this is going to be behind the cinnamon cider circle. So now I can bring that across. And it's not going to go anywhere. And I can trim off my excess. So maybe 6.5, but you know, 7 was just great. I'm going to scoot that up a little bit. It looks like it's not quite straight. There we go. Now this can get glued down or up. No, I'm not going to put it on dimensionals, as I'm already going to have dimensionals on the birdie. All these little dots, because the glue is cold and it did not want to spread like it should. All right, so front of the card base. So pretty. And this is going to go down. I'm going to put some tear tape. I think I'm going to go tear tape all the way, just so I make sure it sticks to the ribbon. I can throw wet glue in there if I want to, but I can use those acrylic nails, put them to use, giving the back of the crazy tear tape there a little massage, a little rub down to help it release easier. So there is our circle to cover up the hole we punched out. And our little birdie needs dimensionals, and it should just take 3 in that little triangle formation. It really shouldn't take more than that. That should be plenty to make it work. So there is the front of our card. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the little bits of bling here. I'm using those leftover faceted gems from January's paper pumpkin, because I have them left over. I might as well use them. So I'm thinking just scatter some here and there. I'm going to put one here. I kind of think I want more, but I'm not sure. Nope, we're going to stick with 3 for now, because I might put some on the inside. We'll have to wait. So open her up. Now we're ready to mount our W fold. Now, oh, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. You could do it like this. However, if you switch it in and you let it pop up like this, your card is going to fold easier. Okay, it's just, and this is going to pop out much, much better. So I'm going to once again use my grid, and I know from my thing, I want this to be 1 inch up from the bottom of my card base. That's where I want mine to be, and I want to bring this into the edge of the cardstock layer. If you're not using cardstock and you're using a DSP layer, put it to the edge of that. So I'm going to take wet glue. This is what I did before. You could use tear tape, seal, whatever it is that you are comfortable with using. So I have it on my grid. Oops, got a little high right there. All right. Gonna try to get it to be straight. You won't see that, hopefully. Oops, and it popped right off, darn it. It does happen with glue, but that's why I love the glue. Also, because it gives me the wiggle room I need. That looks pretty darn straight. So I'm going to turn it over. Now I'm going to fold this up like so. I'm going to put my glue now on here. And I'm going to be generous, hopefully, with the glue if it wants to come out of the bottle. Hopefully I can get the rest out of the bottle. All right, let's switch to the Tombow big bottle. Not my little bottle. We want to be generous with the glue there. Not, you know, booping it on, but I want it generously there because I want it to... Now all you have to do is close your card base. Close it. Now I'm going to open it up. You're going to see it pop up. Now, because I used glue, I have that little bit of wiggle, hopefully. Nope, not enough. Anyways, it's down. So there is my W fold. All right, so next we're going to glue down our 2 panels with the cardstock on them. And I know that you're not seeing a lot of that DSP, but that's okay. I just like this variation. Now, I will tell you on my sample, I did pop. Which ones did I do? Oh, I popped these up on dimensionals. So let's get those going. I knew I put dimensionals on these. I'm only going to do 5. There's nothing heavy or anything, and it's 2 layers of cardstock. It is not going to need really more than that. It's not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to sag in the middle because there's 2 layers of cardstock on here. All right. So pull off all the backings. Let them go on the floor to be swept away. Yes, I am. So here is my first panel. I'm centering it here the best that I can. There's one. Normally you would have the little square ones. Let me show you. You would have 4 little square ones sitting here, which is cute. You could do that. But I'd like to change things up. So here's my next panel. Just trying to eye it between there and there. And I really love this variation. Next, we are going to glue these down. And the easiest way to do that is to put glue, oh, darn it. To put glue in the center, I forgot. So there's glue, there's glue. Now, gonna give it a pinch. You could do this and wiggle that glue around before you go. Spread it around. So there's my 2 little like windows looking outside at these gorgeous little birds. I will tell you a little thing. My mother called me the house bird growing up because I didn't like to go outside and get dirty. And my brother was the yard bird. And cute little nicknames. I was always the house bird. He was always the yard bird. So we have these two panels, which are going to go here, but we are going to stamp on them. And I'm now starting to wonder if hello. Oh, it is going to fit there. So I want hello here. I want happy. I think I'm going to go hello up there and happy thinking of you at Easter. That's what we're going to do. And we don't even need the stamp in Pierce Matte, because these are red rubber stamps, and we are going to use the black memento. I would use cinnamon cider, guys, if I had it, but I don't have it because I loaned it and the person promptly lost my ink pad and you couldn't repurchase it. I have the reinker. I just need to buy a little blank spot, and that's always like one of the last things on my list to purchase, and I never get there. One day I will. So there we go. Thinking of you at Easter. And enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. These are all from that Heartfelt Hello. You have to pardon me. I need to get a tissue. My nose is a bit runny. So let's go ahead and stamp our back panel. This here. Enjoy your day. Yes, these are my Easter cards. You guys guessed it. I think these are going to be beautiful, both of them. Different. Enjoy your day. And then I think we're going to stamp thinking of you this Easter. Ooh, 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 ooh. Something is not quite, there's like, must be from where I dropped. My memento pad last night fell off and onto face down on the floor. I thought I got everything off of it. So envelope time. Let's go ahead and stamp the Happy Easter. Maybe we'll do a little speckly bits. So I want a trim. Let's go ahead and glue the trim down. It would be easier. Oh, that's for the back. So we're just going to stamp Happy Easter. And then I have, oh, here they are. So I fussy cut some little birds, right? Oh, we're going to put that little birdie on our envelope right there. So I can stamp Happy Easter down here. This little birdie's, we're doing the envelope. Guess we're going to do, we already have it on the table. Why not use it? So that's for my envelope. Just made my own cute little sticker. Let's look at the envelope fold of the back. Turn it this way. Oh, yeah. We're going to put that little, these are from the sides, guys, of, let me show you. All right. These little bits, that's what I fussy cut. You can see that. Don't let them go to waste. If you're fussy cutting those little birds out, don't waste the ones on the side. Use them. They are quite usable. I'm going to scoot him down just a smidge. So that now is my, oh, this card is going to go to my Aunt Judy. Huh? So it would have gone to my mother if she was with us, but she's not. And this one, I could even put that one up there, but I think we'll save that for another card, or maybe for the inside of this card. So envelope's done. This is for the back, which this is going to get either at the top or the bottom. I think we're going to make it skinnier. So this right now is 3/4 of an inch. Let me bring out the guillotine. And we need this to be, this is just trim. So this is 4 3/4. So I need to cut this to 4 3/4. I don't need to waste any, because I can cut that little birdie out. So I'm going to stick him up there in my jar. So this, I'm just going to stick it in and give me a little trim. And I'm going to save that little bit for another card trim. So this is going to go down here at the bottom. And I really miss my little bottle here. I got to get the goober out. Big bottle of Tombow, which I don't like using. That's one of the reasons. I like my little bottle, and I don't mind filling them up. If you have more than one bottle, they're quite easily filled up. So this is for that. Looky there. All done. So this goes on to its F.Freesia counterpart. I'm already looking at that little bird over there that we just cut off, and I'm thinking, oh, you would be cute on this. So I'm thinking we're going to put him on here. That's why I saved my little scraps, because, you know, most people would throw those away. Not me. They can be used. So this is, remember, for the back of our card. And that little birdie, guys. Oh, maybe not. Do I have another little birdie? I did have. Oh, look at him. He's just popping his head out. Maybe I wish he was going a different direction. Maybe that will work, because that little body bothers me. Okay, so we can glue this now to the back of our card base. Yes, this is quite a thick card. This will cost you extra money to mail, but a hand-delivered version of this, or just leave out all the dimensionals that I put on it, but I want it to be special. I should have probably got that on there when I did the front. So you can see there is quite a bit, because those dimensionals are both in the same spot. So it will cost you that extra butterfly stamp, which I use all the time anyways. But oh my gosh, is this so gorgeous. Oh, no, you didn't. You did, and I am not happy with that. So this needs a little bit more color. I am going to grab some F.Freesia. And I am going to use my little speckly favorite little stamp in the world, because it just needs a little color. That's a big piece of scratch paper. Don't want to waste that on just such a little project here. Let me grab a little one. This is copy paper. I just used edges of it. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of speckles here and there. We're going to do it all. I don't want a whole lot in the hello, but let's do this. All right, so that's going to make it much better, in my opinion. All right, so I have this wee little strip here. I can glue to the top or the bottom of Thinking It You at Easter. This little birdie is going to go there. And I want a birdie that goes. I wish he was, like, I could flip him over. Let's see, do I have one? See, they're all facing the wrong direction. I just need a birdie, a partial birdie that's going, but he's a full bird. Who wants to waste a full bird? I do not want to waste a full bird. So we're going to use what we have. Thinking of You this Easter. We're going to put him there and the other one there, because I am not wasting a full bird. And I'm not going to sit here and cut him out either. So there's one. That little bird would have been the best bird. This one that I already used. Okay. So that little bit's over there. This little birdie, which is a full birdie I fussy cut out, is going to go right there. Just using what I have already done. And that little strip, I think I want, just because it needs, nope, we're going to leave that out too. Okay, let's glue these down. Let me move this, move our envelope, and guys, our card. Look how cute this is. Oh, it's gorgeous. It is really, really, really gorgeous. I just wish that birdie was, if I could do it over again, I would take the bird I put on the envelope and stick him on this piece. But that being said, and those little speckles just kind of fill in all that white bit. Don't fear if you want a little speckly stamp. There is one in the mini catalog if you do not have one. If you had one, then you don't need it. But where is the stamp set? All right. It goes with this set. I just used this set. Maybe, maybe not. Yep. Hold on, guys. Dude, there it is. Notes of Nature. I was like, come on. So, there's your little speckly stamps. If you want a speckly stamp, this is one of them. This will be the set that I will be concentrating on for February. So, our card, guys, is that's it. We can add. I have these little extras, so let's see if these, we can add a few little bits on here just to make it that much more. We could glue that like he's sitting in the tree, maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of that one from the top. And maybe this little one be cute in his beak. Let's see. I'm just trying to do one in that corner. Yes, these are going to go there. And I'm sorry, guys, but I have to use my little... Oh, do you see that big goober? No wonder why it wouldn't work. No wonder why my little needle nose had a big old goober in it. All right. But it's going to work now. So, make sure I get the back. Maybe I'm going to put some on the back too. These were die cut using the Notes of Nature little greenery dies. And these were originally done, because I was using up scrap paper, for Sale-a-bration videos 1 and 2. And I was like, oh, I might as well just go ahead and cut all of this scrap of garden green. And it worked out great because look, now I get to use them. So don't be afraid to do a little extra when you're doing your die cutting. Don't be afraid. I'm going to stick that bit there off to the side a little. And then I have another little one. I have glue on my fingers. So maybe there. Oh, I just don't want that. Let's see. Oh, so darn cute. Just, you guys, I know you guys were like, okay, I've seen the card, but guys, it's going to get better because we're going to add some of this to the other one. I mean, these are the little details to me which make the card making so much fun. And I am not a fan of a whole bunch of little pieces, but little greenery bits can go a long ways. So I have this little one. I'm not going to let this go to waste, okay? So I'm going to just cut where the stem was off, and I'm going to use this little bit now for the bottom because there's not a whole lot of room for... So do you see 1, 2, 3? Now we need a little bit. Oh, and I do have one. I had these little leaves that I did the same thing. I cut off of something for video number 1's card. And now it's going to come into play right down there. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous. Now let's look. Oh, that one didn't get in place. We're going to snip off the stem. I don't want it that long. So dot, 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 dot. Scooch it up. All right, let's, I don't think I want to mess with anything on this part of the card, but oh, maybe I do. At first it was like, I don't want to mess with anything, But oh my gosh, is that not pretty? Oh, then I could bring that one across and this one across him. Let's see if I just made it this way. Yes, it's so simple that way. I'm not going to mess with that, but I am going to mess with the back. I just cannot resist it. So, maybe not. Okay. Okay. Yes, you guys are saying enough is enough, girl. And yes, you are right. Enough is enough. But wink Estella your birds. You could even do all of the beautiful blossoms. But I'm just going to do this. No, I'm not. Cat. We're going to do the beautiful leaves. Just touch it with the brush. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's just going to make it sparkle and shine. And I'm in love with this card. And it's pouring dreary wet day here in my state. We're going to do these birds. I need a little bit more push from the Wink Estella. Come on. Yep. I don't want to glob it on there. So we want to there, and just a little touch. Oh my gosh, it is really sparkly now. I'm going to do the little breast of the little birds that I see. Ha! So there is my variation of the W fold. I love those large panels, guys. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. So there's my little envelope. We're even going to do just that little bit. Oh no, let's just do it all up. He deserves to sparkle and shine. Oh, so from a house bird to a bunch of yard birds here on my card, right? So thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you like my variation of the W fold. I can't wait to hear what your comments are. I will put the colors I used with the paper, the cardstock colors, and the measurements in the description below. So you could make your own if you have this paper. Any paper that has a print that is this gorgeous, just it's so pretty. So thanks for watching, everybody, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now.